Okay, I'm doing this during a thunderstorm, so hopefully the power won't go out. But anyway, sed gracias. Therefore, these things which are been disassociated from agriculture, since it's been decided things of this type are not to be included, the knowledge, the scientia concerning these things, teach us whether this knowledge should be used in agriculture about these other things. There's an and for whether. Is this an art or is it something else? These things. Is it an art? So is agriculture an art? And so keep telling us about these things, how it runs out from out of the starting blocks, the carcass, to the metas, which is the turning point or finish point sometimes. Stolo, when he had aspexed and looked at Scroffa, he said, "You, in age and honour and knowledge, you are praise-stowing us, you're better than us, so you ought to speak." He, not burdened by this or inconvenienced, he said, "First, not only is it an art, but it's even a necessary and a great one. And this is a science which tells us also what should be sown and what should be done in the fields and agriculture, so that perpetually you can give good returns of the fruit and profit. Maximus, the best." Chapter 4. This is the principles, the beginning maybe, of what Ennius wrote about the world. Sometimes it's universe. This is water, earth, I guess that's air, and sun, that'd be heat, fire. For these things must be known prior to you casting in the semen, the seed, which is the beginning of all your fruits, these seeds, arising. The agricola, the farmers, setting out from here, they ought to steer towards two types of finish lines or outcomes. To what's for the utility, the use of the farm, and fruitful, and also pleasure. The utility seeks to have its fruits and returns, and from when you're gardening for pleasure, there's a bit of delight in it. The prior part determines what is useful, or it's more useful than things that are useful for profit are more useful than what delights you. Neknon usually means in fact. So in fact, these things which they do in cultivation, it makes the more honest field. So it's actually it's better for the field. Don't know if honest is the best word. A lot of things not only make your same farmland more fructosier, so more fruitful, as when you've sown little trees of olive trees in their orders or in their row, but even it adds, or these things add, to the vendorabilia when you're vending your farm or selling it, and it adds to the price of your farm. For no one prefers to buy what is not more beautiful to look at, there's plurals for more, than if something is more fruitful and ugly. So basically, I think in English it says you're willing to pay more for something that's more beautiful than something of the equal value that's ugly. Now, the most useful type of field is that which is salubrious or more healthy than others, and where there you get certain fruits. Contrarily, what is in the calamities of having a pestilent field, although it might be a bit fertile, it does not patio, it doesn't allow or suffer for the fruits to reach to the colonist or the farmer. For where the ratio, the reasoning, is with orcus, which is the underworld, so I guess that's what this pestilent sort of land is, there not only is the fruits uncertain, but even the life of the farmers. Therefore, where it's not salubrious, the agriculture is not other than a roll of the allia, the dice for the life of the farmer and for his family. There's a neck for neither. Neither can this not be diminished. So take out the two negatives. So this can be diminished with science or knowledge. Thus, even for the salubrity, the health, which is let out or descends from the climate and the earth itself, this is not in our power, but in that of nature. And nevertheless, there is much that can be done in us, so that the things which are more grievous, more serious problems, we're able to make lighter with some diligence. If on account of the land or the water, the odour is, we'll call it that for now, in which in some places belch out from their land or the underwater, the farm will be more pestilent. Or if on account of the region of its the heavens above it, the field becomes more warmer because of its climate, or the wind does not blow well. These faults are accustomed to be amended by the knowledge or costs of a master, especially the greatest differences. That should be Ubi, where the villa's posited or placed and how big it is, and to where the entryways point, the gates, where the ostias, their doorways, and fenestras, the windows, face. Was it not he, Hippocrates the doctor, in a great pestilence, not one field, but many towns, he preserved with solid science knowledge? But why am I invoking him for this testimony? Is it not our Varro, when the army and the fleet were at, wherever that is, Korakaya, and all the homes were replete, filled up with the sick and with the funerals, dead people, with having sent in to the north new windows? Okay, so for the north wind, they're letting in the north wind through new windows. And the obstructed, with pestilence, doors were changed, and the rest of these types of things led back with some diligence his friends and family healthily and safely.